Visit with squirrels who live on my property. Meet Squibbles and Squirt. They like to come into our front yard. See them running back there? We have 2 bird feeders where we put bird seed to feed all the birds that visit our yard. The birds can be quite messy and they tend to drop lots of seeds on the ground, so Squibbles and Squirt scavenge the ground for fallen seeds. Squibbles is more brown in color, and he's kind of fat because he likes to eat. He eats a lot. Squirt is more gray in color, a little smaller, and has a thin tail. They are brothers. They usually come into the yard together. They're always trying to figure out a way how to get into the bird feeders. One time, I saw a squirrel leap from the top rail of the front porch right onto the bird feeder, so we had to relocate it further away from the porch. Squirt climbs up the crepe myrtle tree, hoping he can jump from there to the nearest bird feeder. But the leap is a bit too far, and the limbs of the crepe myrtle are not long enough or strong enough to support his weight. Squirrels are good jumpers, you know. Sometimes they will climb a nearby tree to observe the bird feeders from up high. They're probably checking to see if it had bird seed in it and thinking about how they might get into it. They watch the birds coming and going from the feeders, wishing they could be eating the seed instead. They search the ground below the 2 feeders, trying to find some whole seeds, but a lot of the seeds have been split open and the good contents inside's already empty from the birds. Sometimes they get lucky and find whole seeds that the birds have spilled. The squirrels know that the best seeds are up there in the bird feeders. Our yard is busy with lots of critters and squirrels skirmishing about, a gentle turtle dove, a blue jay getting a drink from the bird bath. Squibbles and Squirt also use the bird bath to get a drink every now and then. Carlotta the cat sits in the window inside the house. She watches. How she would love to catch a squirrel, but all she can do is just watch from the window. Between the many birds coming and going, either to the feeders or the bird bath, plus the squirrels running about, there is much entertainment for the cats from this window. This is the cat's favorite window, almost as if it were like their TV. When Squibbles comes to the bird bath, he's very cautious. He knows we're watching him. Perhaps he sees the cat in the window too, so he's watching us as he comes for a drink. He needs to be ready to run real quickly if he thinks he will be in danger. Blue jays, cardinals, robins, doves, and a whole host of other birds come to the bird bath. Squirt felt very adventurous today. He stood up, assessing the situation. Then he took a running start, jumped almost halfway up the pole, and shimmied quickly to the top and climbed into the bird feeder to enjoy some whole seeds meant for the birds. When the birds approached, seeing the squirrel, they just flew on by. Squirt stuffed his cheeks with as many seeds as he could carry. Until Jonathan came out the front door and scared Squirt away with the broom. Those seeds are not for squirrels, but for the birds. Then Jonathan brought out a spray can of WD-40. It's a lubricant to spray down the 2 poles holding the bird feathers. That makes the poles slippery and therefore harder for the squirrels to climb up. But it only works for a while. When it dries up, so the poles have to be sprayed every so often. I had to buy these cones to put at the top of the pole. That prevents the squirrels from climbing up the poles, and it keeps the squirrels from eating all the birdseed. Our yard has strawberries, wild grapes, and some other very small berry which I haven't been able to identify. We have oak trees, so the squirrels have plenty of acorns to eat. I also have seen them eat pine cones. I was standing under a pine tree one day and got hit on the head by a piece of pine cone. I kept seeing little pieces falling from the same spot high up in the tree. It had to be a squirrel eating and dropping the parts below. Pieces. They tear them off, and I'm not sure what part of the pine cone they eat. Oh, I just saw one drop. See, there's a brand new fresh one that just got dropped. Right here. You know what that tells me? There's a squirrel up here in this tree above me. Right there. That is a pine cone where they have chewed up and pulled off all of the Here's another one. See, they've chewed it up. Today, I caught the squirrel in the pear tree. He climbed up, picked a pear, came down to sit in the crotch of the tree to munch on the pear. Holding it between his 2 paws, he chomped away, right down to the core, leaving only a skinny piece between the 2 ends. Then he tossed the core and ran away. He will come back every day to get a new pear. These pears were not even fully ripe. They're still green and kind of small. For 2 years, I have not gotten a single pear from the tree because all the pears disappeared before they're fully ripe. The deer also come to eat of our persimmon trees. I thought it was deer stealing our pears because I know the deer steals my apples. I saw the deer one day in my backyard. We have not been able to even taste a single apple from our apple tree. So I guess the deer has had some help in stealing all the apples and pears from the squirrels. I have seen the squirrel in the apple tree also. The squirrels build their nests high in the treetops. We have several nests in the yard. They're made of sticks and leaves, clustered in a bunch. I guess that's where they sleep, or maybe care for their babies. So there's a nest up there, and there's a nest up there, which I showed you earlier, and then there's a nest way over there. It's fun to watch the squirrels playing in the treetops. They seem to have their own superhighway running from tree to tree. They run the length of one branch, jump to another branch, and very quickly they reach the other side of the property. I think I'm looking at a squirrel. I know there's a couple of them over there playing. There he is. Why is he being so still? Like he's trying to hide. A little baby. Does he think he's hiding so I can't see him? Now his buddy is nearby. Oh, he showed himself. Oh, he jumped to another tree. It's hard to catch these guys. They just jump from tree to tree to tree and run up the tree. They're moving about in the trees above. Up and back down the tree again so quick. Probably sees a cat at my feet. Let's make him a little bit nervous. Maybe it realizes I'm watching him. Some squirrels over there playing. Jumped over there. It's amazing how they can be upside down like that. Oh, down to the backside, and there's his buddy. Two little baby squirrels just playing. One on either side of the tree. They chase each other around and around the tree. They go up and down the tree. My outside cats watch the squirrels darting about. I hear a squirrel nearby throwing a fit. Maybe trying to scare off or warn off a cat. So many birds around here. He's hunting. Getting ready to pounce. Oh, a squirrel. Squirrel just leapt from that tree to another. Is this cat hunting a squirrel? Yeah. The cat is hunting the squirrel. And the squirrel is scared. We have too many squirrels around here. Just keeping an eye on that squirrel. Just thinking how tasty it would be. Jeez, the guy. From this tree to that tree, and it's working its way across. It just runs across the canopy of trees out here. Oh, I just saw it. Now it's on this tree, this pine tree. Oh, and now it's moving its way across up the branch. It's going up in that tree. Oh, it's in the trees in front of me. Just leaps from tree to tree. Cat's watching the path the whole time. Cat knows where the squirrel is. Hello, kitty. I have all these nameless cats. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. We thought we had somebody coming out here to trap them, but they said, no, we don't do your county. We're in the wrong county. They said, call animal control. We called animal control from our county, and they said, we're kind of full. Call us next week. We seem to be stuck with all these cats. I'm surrounded by cats. They keep the squirrels away, which is nice. If they had the right opportunity, they would love to chase, catch, and eat a squirrel. I had a dog one time that caught and killed 3 squirrels in a 2-week span. But the squirrels are so fast and excellent climbers with their sharp claws and flexible long toes. Squirrels can run down a tree just as fast as they can climb up the tree. And the way they travel from tree to another is something cats can't do. Cats can climb up trees very well, but it's the coming down from the trees which is hard for cats. The only time squirrels are in real danger from the cats is when they're on the ground. The squirrels mostly live up in the treetops because they're safe up there. So I don't know if we have multiple families of squirrels but this is their home. This is where they live. I hope you enjoyed this visit with squirrels who live on my property. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. I have lots more animal stories to share. Thanks for watching.